Hello, welcome back, welcome to everyone. I'm just finishing to set here some background music. I hope you're going fine in this quarantine. Here in Italy we are pretty lucky because since Monday we are on a kind of phase 2, so we are allowed to go out, to walk, to do sport, to have a run, even not close to our house, but also the parks have been reopened again, so we are excited to have the opportunity to go a little bit also into the parks. Spring has arrived, so nature is really green outside. So I will ask you now for a little feedback. Okay, I played the music, so maybe let me know if you can hear also to my voice. And as I spoiled you, grab a chair and also a yoga mat if you have one, or also a carpet or whatever you have, just to feel a little bit comfortable, because we're gonna go through a nice session that I have planned for you in order to take care of our body for a while. And we can start from the chair. So here on the chair, okay, let's put the chair like in the correct position. As I shared with you also on Monday on the introductory live, we are spending a lot of time in a seated position during these quarantine weeks. Just a moment, maybe I can go a little bit more to the back. Okay. So we are spending a lot of time seated because we have to do all the smart working, the studying, all the activities in front of a computer, pretty much. So I would like to share with you some simple and effective movements that you can integrate while you are standing in a seated position in order to create a new habit helpful for your body, in order to try to compensate that bad position and postures that we take in our body when we spend a lot of time at the desk. So first of all, I invite you to sit not on the back in order to maybe collapse with the back, but to sit on the anterior edge of the chair in order to have the legs apart as the hips distance and the back straight. From here, we're gonna move a little bit our neck. So, inhaling, exhaling, we bring our chin to the chest. Exhaling. Inhaling, now we will start rotating our neck to the right. So, trying to extend all this lateral fascia in our neck. And slightly, we're gonna rotate our neck to do a circle. Up and then to the left and back to the center. Again, we inhale, we open our chest, so we try to breathe deep. Exhale, slowly we try again to do a nice rotation of the neck, feeling centimeter after centimeter all the muscles that are creating space. And then we can go with the other opposite direction. Enjoy every little movement, feeling all the extension in the body. Inhaling deep and try to draw the circle as bigger as you can, and every time probably the movement will become wider as much as we warm up. Okay, from here, inhale, we open the shoulders. Exhale, we place our right hand, so you probably will see me in a mirror, so just follow the indication of the voice. So the right hand on the left side of the head, in particular on the ear here. And then we extend our left arm. Inhaling the chest and exhaling, we're gonna push a little bit in a soft and kind way in order to stretch here all the upper part of the back, the trapezius in English, I think. Every time we inhale, we extend our back. Every time we exhale, we try to stretch a little bit more. Inhaling, we go back to the center, and exhaling, we go to the other side. So we always focus on our heart while inhaling and on release. So we can also tell ourselves in our mind that we want to let go together with the breath, something that maybe put weights on us, so like pressures that we can feel on the shoulders, pressures of responsibilities, of worrying thoughts. So everything that we physically get stuck in the body, we can relieve through our awareness, through our intentional willing. Okay, inhaling, we go back to the center, and from here I will put the chair in the lateral side in order for you to see better, not in this way, okay? So we are gonna twist our torso in a torsion. So sitting on the edge, inhaling, we straighten our back on the top, and exhaling, we start moving the shoulders and the upper part, so the chest, the torso, the hips remain stuck in the same position. So our torsion just from the belly up, and we can grab, let's say, the part of the chair in order to help us, inhaling to extend to the top, exhaling we can help to enter more deep in this twist position. We try to open the right shoulder. Inhaling, we extend. Exhaling, we try to push a little bit more. Always with awareness, so focus on all the sensations that you can feel in the body, the space that is being created. Inhaling, we go back to the center. And I'm gonna go to the other side in order for you to see as well. Again, to the edge. Inhale, we elevate our vertebral column. Exhaling, we're gonna grab our chair in order to go into the torsion to the other side. And always we feel the breathing flowing from the belly up to the top part of the head, crossing the vertebral column. And exhaling, we try to rotate a little bit more, keeping our hips in position. So the legs does not move, but they remain fixed. Inhale, we open the heart. Exhale, we let go. Okay. And from here, so if you want, you can also move your chair, but for me it's just to show you better. Okay, from here we're gonna place our hands on top of the knees. So imagine that we are spending our time at the desk. So probably we're gonna stay like this with closed shoulders, rounded back. So we try to mobilize a little bit our vertebral column. So inhale, we look to the sky. Exhaling, we start to bring again the chin to the chest. And then very slowly, vertebral after vertebral, starting from the head, we're gonna create a kind of flowing movement, flexing the back in the front. And when we arrive in a forward fold, the head will guide the rest of the body to come back up. Inhaling, we create space, and we try to imagine every piece of our back to extend. Inhaling again. Exhaling, we're gonna again go slowly with the head down to feel all the sensations. So we try to move our body in the most conscious way we can to connect with all the sensations that are arising in our body. And once again, so try also to breathe deep, to flex in the front as much as you can. So as you would like to reach with the top of your head to the floor, and then to go up, we inhale. Okay, and we arrive in the starting position. So I will just slow a little bit the music because maybe it's too... Okay, there's no feedback, so I hope that you can hear me properly. Okay, so from here we're gonna do the cat-cow position that we're gonna do it on the mat, but just to show you a version that you can do it from the chair. So while you're studying, while you're working, you can have a break. Inhaling, we push your chest to the front, the shoulders to the back. Exhaling, chin to the chest, and we create a round shape in the back. Inhaling, we try to extend maximum, so we feel also here in the back the scapula that are going closer in the center of the back. Inhaling, we can also move our chin to the top, extending the anterior part of the neck. Exhaling, round shape. Inhaling, we can also flex a little bit into the front. Exhaling, we can also push a little bit back. Inhaling. Exhaling. And again, one. Inhale, we open, we extend. Exhaling, we close. We compress a little bit our abdomen in order to create more space in the round shape. Okay. And another move that is one of my favorite, there are several, I will show you all of them because they are very helpful to correct our closing position. Okay, so here we can sit normally because the intention is to lay with the back to the chair, to cross the fingers behind and to try to extend the arms. Okay, so this is a beautiful position to open the chest. In the case that maybe you feel that it's too much difficult to cross the hands between them, you can use a strap. So a belt, a scarf, whatever you have, just in order to allow the hands to grab the tissue at a much wider distance. So you see it would be like this. So this is easier and could be propedeutic in order to create more space. Otherwise, if you feel comfortable, just extend. You can also lay with push with the hands to the floor in order to put a little bit more intensity. But you always have to listen to your body, so don't force too much, always be gentle and kind. When we inhale, we open the heart, so these openings always help ourselves also to feel like in a more subtle and inner space to open the heart. So if we have like anger or tensions with our emotions, we can use this moment also to try to create more space for them to flow, to be free. Inhale, and then if we feel like to go a little bit more deep in the position, we can also flex forward and go with the belly on the quads, leaving the neck relaxing and pushing gently with the hands. To open, this would be more opening, more intense, so you can modulate it and understand the best point for you. You can also do another twist. So imagine that you want to bring your left shoulder to the left knee. So inhaling to the center, exhaling, we bring our side up to the sky. Inhale back to the center. Exhaling, we bring our right shoulder next to the right knee. Inhale, we came up again. Okay, we can liberate our shoulders. And from here, okay, so I will stay like this. Another beautiful movement that you can integrate, it is like, I don't know if you can see me, I will, okay. So you can basically hold your, so always keeping the arms behind the chair. You can bring your elbows and let the shoulders to fall down, so not to close them next to the ears, but to push them back. And with the hands, you can walk as much as you feel comfortable. If the chair hurts a little bit, like in this position, you can also do it without the chair. So in this way is more easy. You can directly contact your back. And from here, if you want to go deeper, you can also try to do the reverse prayers position with the hands, trying to open the elbow and to unify the palms. We always breathe, we can choose whatever position feels best for us. And another one that you can perfectly do on the chair while you are at the desk. Maybe I should, okay. It is simply like you, okay, maybe I will show you from sitting position so you can see it better. Of course, all of these positions you can do also if you already practice yoga during your session, probably you already do. So, from here, basically you can inhale, extend your arms up, and then you place your hands in order to help one elbow and the other to open. So in this case, I have the right hand over the left palm, and the fingers are locking themselves. In this way, the right hand can pull very gently in order to open more the elbow. So we will find here the opening, the extension. We inhale and we exhale. Very deep. If this is too much, you can also pull less, of course. You can always modulate. Inhale, we go back to the center and we exchange. So we rotate the right palm to the sky in order for the left hand to cross the fingers and to help in this way the elbow. We inhale through the vertebral column, so we try to keep our back straight. Exhaling, we open our tricep, our shoulder. Okay, very good. And we release. From here, another one, yes, I was forgetting. It is very similar to this one that we already did, but it is like easy, the right hand or the left, depending which side you prefer to start, it's irrelevant. You push gently with your elbow to push it to the back in order to enhance this opening in the chest. And you try to, let's say, enjoy deeply every breath, recharging with energy while you're inhaling and bringing the energy in the points that you feel that there is some tension. That can be physical tension or mental or emotional, and then we exchange. So inhale We can go to the other side. We inhaling, we open the heart. Exhaling, we bring the energy in the points that we feel more stuck, more rigidity, in order to make it softer, sweet. And then exhaling, we let go. Okay, so from the chair, we can stand up to enjoy. I don't know if you can see me properly. Okay. Because I have a little bit short space here. Oh no, the battery. Just check if the battery is working. Okay, in charge, perfect. So from the standing position, inhaling, we're gonna cross the left hand, we're gonna cross the right wrist. Exhaling, we're gonna flex to the left. And we try not to close with the shoulder down, but to keep it open. So to open as much as we can the right side of the body. Inhaling, exhaling. If you have space, you can step back with the right foot, back and in diagonal. So let's say in a lateral way. Exhaling, we can flex and bend our left knee, also the right one, in order to make it more deep. We inhale and we exhale. We also start maybe to feel the balance, to feel the roots in our left foot. Inhale, we go back to the center and we change. So this time the right hand, we're gonna grab the left wrist. Inhaling to the center. Exhaling, we do this lateral extension. Flexion is a lateral flexion. Inhaling, we try also to open, so not to close. And then if we want to make it a little bit more deep, we can step back with the left foot. And to open as much as we can the surface in the right feet, to anchor it to the mat. And then we go back to the center. Okay, now we have opened a little bit our shoulders. I would like to invite you in Vrikshasana, which is the tree pose, in balance and in balance on one knee, on one leg and then the other, which is able to give us a rooting sensation, so to be present in our body. If we feel that maybe we are a little bit more airy, more absent, more with the flow of consciousness that brings us apart from the present moment, this is perfect position. So we can start from the left feet. We start to activate our left quad, and slowly we start to bring the right feet up. So it's not important how much up the feet goes. The important thing is to try to not collapse on the left with the hips, okay, with the hip, but to keep it straight, so aligned. Here we can try to place it close to the hips, but it is not fundamental, so we can also put it a little bit more down. So try to not collapse, but to stay strong, so to activate your left gluteus. And then we can bring our hands to the heart. So if you feel like you are unbalancing, you try to activate your left gluteus, to push with the left feet on the mat. Inhaling, we extend our back. Exhaling, we try to keep our sight fixed in a point in order to help with our balance, but don't worry at all if you feel like shaking, like not stable, because this is normal at the beginning especially. So this is all our nervous system the proprioception part of the nervous system that is gonna be challenging, and we are practicing it. And then exhaling, we go down. Okay, I moved my side, so I lose it. We can go to the other side, and we open the right feet. I always get confused with foot, but it's okay. So here again, we try to not collapse, to feel the strength in our quad, to root as much as we can the right heel, and slowly we can try to bring the left feet where we want. So it is not important to bring it higher, we can also keep it lower because it will work perfectly. So this depends on how our hips junction are mobilized, because here it requires big opening for the extra rotation of the femorus. So if this is too much, place it under. The important thing I forgot before is just not to push it towards the knee, because all the joints have to be protected. So not pushing to the knees, lower or higher, you can choose. And once again, if we feel like collapsing, we try to activate the right muscles, the gluteus, the quad. We open our shoulders so we can do a rotation. Inhaling, we extend our vertebral column. Exhale, we let go, spreading through the ground, through our root, all that we don't feel to hold again. So everything that we want to let go, everything that maybe stucks in us, we can let it flow through our body to spread to the ground, to be reabsorbed by the earth. We inhale, and then exhaling, we liberate it. Okay, we can place ourselves, let's say, parallel to the side, to the short side of the mat. From here, inhaling, we're gonna step the right foot back and then opening it, in order to have the fingers of the feet looking in front, whereas we have the other feet, which is 90 degrees rotating, pointing in front of the mat. So here we will have an opening of our hips. So maybe if we have the hips a little bit closed, we will feel already some tension, but don't worry at all. We will gonna practice very, very slowly in order to feel everything. Inhaling, we can extend our arms. Exhaling, we rotate the shoulders. And then we start to activate and to contract our quads. Inhaling, we start this lateral flexion in order to extend this side of the body, as we want to take something that is apart from us. Inhaling, and then exhaling, we can place our hand to the leg, doesn't matter where. The important thing here is not to close the shoulder. So try to understand, to look at your shoulder, not to having it pointing down, but to having it opening back in order to extend and to create space. So we inhale, and as much as we exhale, maybe we can feel like creating more space and going down, but it is not relevant. I mean, if we want to go down, but the shoulder is gonna closing like this, we are gonna lose a lot of benefits. So it's much better, trust me, don't worry about it, to place the hand higher on the leg and to feel a nice opening here on the chest, on the shoulder. So you can also stay more higher, don't worry. Otherwise, if here you feel comfortable, you can try to explore and to go a little bit down. So probably you will feel more extension here, more stretching in Trikonasana. And we also push with our foot to feel them rooted in the ground. especially with the external side of the right feet. Inhaling, we bend a little bit the left knee and we go up. From here, we're gonna enter into Virabhadrasana 2, the Warrior 2, which is a much more opener of the hips. So you can try to find out how is better for you to feel your feet, so at what distance to keep them. You can try to make them more wide if you feel like you are able to feel the hips opening without tension, without pain. Otherwise you can stay higher. Always there's no problem about how much you go deep, but just what you feel. So try to understand your legs. And two, here is important to place our focus on the left knee. So depending on the mobility of our hip, maybe our hip is not very open, so it will look outward, and the knee we're gonna go into the middle, and this is not so good. So we try to open the knee to align it to the third finger of the foot and to keep the pelvis rotated inward to protect our joints. So try to observe not to collapse with the knee, but to keep it open in order also to stretch the adductors muscles. And then we go, after we check all of these things, we always try to root to contact the surface of the foot. And we're gonna see to the left hand. Inhaling, we try to feel our torso aligned with the pelvis and just extending the arms. Inhaling, we extend the vertebral column. Exhaling, we let go. Inhaling, we're gonna rotate the left feet to be parallel to the short side of the mat, and we're gonna rotate externally the femorus, the feet, in order to have another 90 degrees angle between our legs. The hips opened to this other side. And we're gonna start from Warrior 2. So we feel our feet, maybe this side we're gonna be more open or more closed. We have always differences from one part to the other of the body. And we try to extend again the arms to bring them on the same line, so feel them to be as parallel as possible to the floor. And then we can look to the right hand in front of us. We try to feel the chest, which is aligned with the hips frontally, and we just have the rotation of the neck. And from here we feel the strength from the earth, the strength that is strengthening also the muscles in our legs, the open heart while we inhale, the balance that we can feel between our two arms. We are placed in the middle. Exhale, we can extend the right leg. Maybe we feel like closing it a little bit more. And we're gonna enter in Trikonasana from this other side. So, inhaling, always we activate the quads to have strong legs. Inhaling, we extend like we want to grab something in front of us, and we start feeling the extension. And then exhaling, we place our hand. We can place it up to start in order to give priority to the shoulder to be open. So inhaling, we create space, we open the chest, and then if we feel like it's okay for us, we can move slowly with the right hand down, but without losing the shoulder. So check if you have your shoulder close to your cheek, it is better to go higher and to open it. Imagine here to have a wall behind, and the legs, the back and the arms are laying on the same plane, on the same surface. We inhale and deeply we exhale and bring the breathing power to relax to all the points that are feeling a little bit stuck with tensions on them. And then inhaling, we bend a little bit the right knee and we go back to the standing position. Okay, from here we can go down to the mat and we're gonna place ourselves. Okay, here I have the curtains, just a moment. Okay, so we're gonna place ourselves in the cat position, pointing the foot, and inhaling we start looking to the top, and exhaling we start pushing to create a round shape with the back. Inhale, we create a little arch in the back. Exhale, we push in order to, as we would like to push away the mat from our body. Imagine to apply that kind of force. Inhale and exhale. And from here we walk with the hands in front of us. We point our foot, and inhaling we uplift our knees. And from here we can try to remain with the knees bent or to extend them in the downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This position could be horrible, I know, especially if you feel that you have the shoulders closed, which is the condition from which I started before practicing yoga. So this position I hated, but with the time, with the practice, the shoulder have begun to open. So try to focus on the external rotation of the shoulders. You can also keep your knees bented. Maybe you cannot see properly because there is the black. So we'll try to, okay, maybe in this way it is more easy to understand. Okay, so maybe you can prefer to start with the bent legs, to just focus on the opening of the shoulders. Otherwise, if you feel okay with it, you can also extend the legs. Breathing deep. Okay, and then we place our knees to the mat and we walk with the hand in front of us to bring the forehead to the mat, remaining with the hips aligned over the knee. So, okay, I don't have space here. We try to keep our arms strength, to walk with our hands as much as we feel needed. To rotate the pelvis upward in order to stretch also the lower back, the lumbar part. And we inhale. We try to create a plane with our shoulder and with our back. And then inhaling, we look to the hands, and slowly we're gonna walk with the hands to the knees, and we can go in a seated position. And from here we're gonna place the left heel close to the hips, and we're gonna cross the right foot behind the left knee. Inhaling, we cross our finger and we push towards the knees in order to align the back and to push outward with the chest. Inhale, with the left elbow we're gonna grab our right knee, and then we inhale, we extend the right arm in to the top. Inhale, we create space, and exhaling, we place our right hand back to the basis of the back in order to find again the twisting sensation. So the left arm with the elbow is not relaxed, but it is strong. It allows ourselves to feel strong in an erected position with the torso and the back. And every time that we inhale, we try to push from the bottom up to the head towards the sky. And every time that we exhale, we try to rotate to the back, to the right, with the shoulder, which is opening. Inhaling, we go back to the center, and we're gonna switch. So, right heel close to the pelvis, the left foot that crosses the right knees. Inhaling first with both hands, and then right elbow is gonna cross and hug, let's say, the left knee. Inhaling, we extend the left arm. Exhaling, we place it on the mat. Every time that we inhale, we align our back. And every time that we exhale, we try to rotate a little bit more in this twist. And then we go back to the center. We can lay down, placing our back to the mat. We can close the knees to the chest, and we can hug them with our hands, elbows. And we can, how is the name of this movement? Just slowly to go to the right, to the left, to create a massage for the back. And then slowly we can extend our legs, opening the feet a little bit more open than the hips distance, and then placing the upper part, the dorsal part of the hands to the floor in order to have the palm looking up, and this helps once again to open the shoulders and the chest. And this is Shavasana, the final position, in which we try to relax, complete the body, to release all the tensions. We try to localize in our body if we feel tensions in some parts, and where we feel the tensions, we try to release, to relax. Inhale and exhaling. We keep our eyes closed. we totally let go. We relax completely, and then slowly we can again bend our knees to the chest, flowing a little bit to the right, to the left, and then we can rotate to one side of our body that we prefer, and helping with the hands we can go back in a sitting position, in which, before closing, we take another moment to just place our hands on the knees, to try to have an extending back. We just focus on our sensations, on our feelings. How do we feel? How do we feel in the body? How do we feel in the heart? How do we feel in the mind? Inhaling, we close our hands in the Namaskara Mudra, the prayer pose with the hands, to take another moment and thinking within, for what can we be grateful today in our life? So the things that we could feel grateful for. Inhaling, we bring our toes in front of the knee, in front of the head, forehead, and exhaling, we can open our eyes. And thank you. Namaste. This was our session for body caring this week. Since I love yoga, I am a yoga instructor, and I had the pleasure to think about sharing this beautiful practice with you. Today we just saw asanas, which are all the positions that we can assume with our body, because it's something not related with performance, but with feeling and with sensation and with connection with our body, with our muscle, with our physical body, our mental state, with our breathing, which links the outsider world with the inner world. So these asanas, the position, this is just a branch of yoga, a part of it. Then we have also pranayama, yama, niyama, meditation, a lot of other practices, but since this week was body wellness topic, I wanted to share with you practical tools that you can also enjoy while sitting in a seated position at the desk, because our body just responds to the stimulus that we give to him. So if we spend, let's say, 7-8 hours per day in this position, like for example with closed shoulders, or maybe, I don't know, spread over the table, then we will develop the more common issues in our body, in the wellness of it. So we can create new habits to take care of it. Okay, so I'm gonna see something we're gonna see then again. I hope you to spend a beautiful evening. Bye!